Hi, this is a first. George Ducas in the Colored Corner.
First
Yay!
time ever. I'm a rookie.
Something tells me you're not that much of a rookie. How you doing, George?
Wait, what did you hear?
Oh, well, I can't tell you on camera.
I'm good. Great to see you, Pam.
Great to see you. And I know I mentioned this to you when you came in, but that's the same kind of hat I first saw you in. I think that's so cool.
It is. It is the same hat. It's not just the same kind of hat. It's the same exact hat.
It's the same very hat?
Yep. And this dates back, for those of you who don't know, to mid to late 1990s. So it's the same lid. It's held up.
That's so cool. It's a very good hat.
I don't want
Oh,
to mess
Lord.
up. I don't want to mess up your cloth there. There you go. There she is, cowgirl Pam.
Yeah, you betcha. I'll tell you about my head. It's too big for
It's
hats.
got it's got the sweat spots on it to prove it too.
Well,
So
I think that's so neat. And just think, one day your children will be able to sell it for a fortune.
I don't know about the fortune thing, but maybe they can sell it on eBay for $100 or something.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, you have a new album coming out, or out?
I do. It's out. I mean, it's been out for it came out last year, early on, and it's called 4340.
Yes.
Folks can pick it up at georgeducas.com. And if they buy it there in hard copy, then I'll sign it and personalize it for them.
Fantastic.
Well, they can also pick it up on iTunes and Amazon and all that stuff. It's got a couple of the Texas Music Chart singles that were top 10 over the past, the recent past. Breaking Stuff, a song called Breaking Stuff, and a song called Cowtown.
Which I remember vividly.
So thank you for that to all
thank you.
the TMC chart out there. Those are two songs that have really helped me kind of reintroduce myself to back home here in Texas. And,
What does 4340 mean?
well, that's a frequently asked question.
I bet.
And I hate coming up with names of albums, and I mean, for those folks out there that don't know, I had a couple albums out on Capitol, in the Wayback Machine, and I hated coming up with album names back then too.
Oh, they made you do it. They didn't do it for you?
No,
Oh,
they want you to do it,
fascinating.
or they at least give you the opportunity to do it. And so the first one was easy because it's self-titled, just George Ducas.
Yeah, that one's easy.
The second one I called Where I Stand, which was off of a lyric in one of the songs, and I thought it was a strong album title, whatever. And this one I really had trouble. None of the song titles worked for me, and none of the lyrics within the songs worked. So I started looking at the whole deal. I was looking at it on my laptop, and I looked at the time signatures, the length of time on each
Yes.
song. I was like, what? And I just added them all up, and it came to 43 minutes and 40 seconds.
I love that.
So that's 4340, 43 minutes and 40 seconds of good time country fun.
Okay.
There you go.
I thought you were going to tell me that, it was the half of the acreage of your grandpa's farm or something like that.
God. Yeah. No, he did not have a farm nearly that big, or a farm at all. But anyways, I thought it was kind of unique,
Yeah.
What was it, Van Halen that came up with 5150?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 4340.
No, I think that's really cool. And, think about that. It is hard to come up with a title. You can have the most innocent title other than your name, and somebody can read something into it. Or
Yeah, well,
that's
that's right. You just want it to represent the whole body of music.
right.
So anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. Plus, it makes people ask questions about it, which is a good thing.
Which is a very good thing.
So,
Well, your new single is Love Struck, and it's just been released? Or
it's actually coming out this week. So,
Okay.
Real excited about that. Of course, Tammy Millspaw is my promoter, and we've done great things with in the past on Cowtown and Breaking Stuff. We've worked together on those and had really good success with those as top 10s on the Texas Music Chart, and hope for big things with this one too. It's a real fun up-tempo summer song.
It is very up-tempo. In fact, I was going to ask you, it's almost a little rocky.
Mm-hmm. A little bit, yeah.
And I was wondering, is that just because it's for summer? Is it just the way this song came out? What was the decision there? I mean, it's not like you sing ultra traditional, but this I thought was kind of surprising.
A little edgy.
A little edgy.
It is. It's got a loop on it, which is a little edgy in and of itself. I've never really done that before. but the delivery, the rest of the song is pretty country in terms of its persona, I guess, lyrically speaking. And so it's a cool combo. It's not, I'm not a big bro country guy. I think this song is probably, in terms of its having a loop on it, which is back there, you really can't tell unless you really are, knowledgeable in that stuff.
And why don't you explain to people who might not be what you mean?
A loop is like, it's got real drums in it, but it's also got, some electronic stuff going on in there that kick in. And if you listen closely to the mix and turn it up loud enough, you can kind of tell that it's, it's got a little bit of that aspect in terms of some electronically created tracks in there.
So it really enhances the overall
it
depth
does,
of the sound?
but it's still something you can pull off as a 4-piece band live in a honky tonk.
Oh, that's good. That's important.
And we do, and have been playing that song for several years in my show for, with just a 4-piece band. So it's a really fun tune, and I thought the inspiration for it kind of came out of just, of course, I grew up in Houston, listening to a lot of Willie Nelson and Jerry Jeff Walker and cats like that, but records that my parents had. But it also kind of brings in some of the R&B and some of the old blues stuff, that whether it's John Lee Hooker or Muddy Waters or any one of a number of those cats, it's got kind of some of that guitar work in it in terms of the blues aspects to that musical format, and kind of combines it with a country songwriting mindset. And I dig it. I dig the combination of those things. So I'm a huge, I listen to music of all genres,
right?
Including like Aerosmith, and I think it's got kind of some of that thing back in there somewhere too. Which, in fact, on the live version of this song, we actually do a little segue where I introduce the band, and we kind of hop into a sort of a Aerosmithy kind of riff in the middle of this song, and then come back to the song itself. So.
And you know that Steven Tyler is going to have a quote-unquote country album?
You know what? That hurts. that hurts me. But I did just hear that. I think I heard it from you, Joe. Is that not right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like yesterday.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
That's crazy.
We'll see.
I can't say I'm thumbs up on that, but but to each his own. Yeah. And maybe it'll be fantastic.
It may be. You never know.
And he's certainly got the chops to pull off just about anything he wants to. So.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see.
So the name of the single is Love Struck,
right.
And you're on a radio tour right now.
Yep, trying to let everybody know about it.
And so hopefully pretty soon folks will be able to hear it.
Absolutely. I hope they will. I expect them to, and hope to be really busy across the state of Texas in the summer and the fall with it. And have been relatively busy here in the recent past too. With had a real big honor. I'm a Houston kid, so the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, as you know, called
yes.
several months back and asked me to write their first only theme song.
And that was so exciting, because you'd think with an organization as old as the rodeo, this is what, 80 years, 90 years?
I know.
You'd think this is something they would have done. And when I saw the announcement, I'm like, what a great idea. Why didn't they do this before?
You'd have thought Waylon Jennings or Willie Nelson would have done it back in the day, right? But they've just never approached anybody about it. And somehow they found me, and I'm grateful for it. I grew up going to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So when they called that, I got a call from my manager in Nashville, and I was like, I thought she was kidding. And we set out to, had a couple conference calls with the Houston Livestock Show people and Rodeo Houston people, and as to what they wanted, what they were looking for, and kind of designed the song, wrote the song around that, and recorded it, and came down, flew down to Houston and shot a video for them. And it's hopefully we'll keep it running for several years.
And remind me the name of the song.
It's called Party With Your Boots
Party
On.
With Your Boots On. So. And really, I know it was only a partial video, kind of a tease, I guess.
Yeah, the one you saw.
Right, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was the the show that was actually the show opener that they use, like in Reliance Stadium. So it's on the Jumbotron.
Oh, great.
Right after the anthem is sung, the lights go dark in the stadium, and the song and the video comes up, and it's a half length. You know, it's half the song,
Mhm.
and they use that for their show opener every night for
Terrific.
for every
That's
rodeo
great.
night. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we'll have the full length one coming soon too,
Good.
so I'll get it to you.
Wonderful. We'll look forward to seeing it. We did run it on our sites, and we'll run the full
I
length too.
appreciate it.
Yeah, you
You'll
bet.
be looking for it.
I need to ask you a question that I've wondered about. Your name is George. Without trying hard, I can think of several country singers named George.
Without trying
I
hard.
just wondered if your folks named you after anybody in the music business, or if that's just
No, that
something
was my
happened.
grandfather's name.
Okay.
So that's where that came from.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah. No, it would have been cool to have said that I was named after George Strait or George Jones. That wasn't the case. That would have been a big honor. But it's equally an honor to be named after your grandfather.
Yes, I would say that's the best kind of thing to be named after, somebody in the family.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, when are you playing in Houston?
Well, we just played the Redneck Country Club last week, and that was a ball of fun.
Yeah,
and
it's a fun place.
and hope to be back. I know we're going to come back to Redneck Country Club in a couple of months.
Good.
At the very least. So right now that's on the docket. I think for I want to say June.
Are you headed out through Texas generally? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as often as they'll have me.
Okay.
I want to be here down here every playing around Texas every weekend if I could. But of course it's got to make sense. And,
Yes.
and
you're busy songwriting too.
Well, that's the thing. I'm back and forth on Southwest Airlines quite a bit. I don't have an endorsement from those cats yet, but I'm shooting for you. I'm gunning for you, Southwest. But yeah, so I'm up there writing songs for 2 or 3 days of the week. My ideal week is to Monday through Thursday be writing songs with the publishing community up there,
Mhm.
and then being on an airplane with Joe, my lead guitar player, off camera, and flying down here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday for shows, and then maybe back there on Sunday. So ideally, I'd like to split time 50-50.
That sounds great. Well, if I want to find out where you're playing, how do I find out?
Thank you for asking, Pam. That's such a great segue. She's a pro. GeorgeDucas.com. You can always click on that and hit tour, and it'll take you to all the dates that are upcoming. You can also hit me up on Facebook at facebook.com/George Ducas and the number 1. And then I'm on Twitter as well, George_Ducas. So come find me, y'all.
And it's DUCAS, and thank you for coming. Come
And
back soon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure and an honor to see you again here at the Cluttered Corner.